voice of Night Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference, a KITT if you prefer.
Strange CD, isn't it?
I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
Remember guys, we're releasing an episode every single Wednesday. So please subscribe and click on that bell icon to get alerts that will remind you to watch Make or Break. Later on I'll be giving you some more advice on buying and selling cars. Before all that, I'm going to show you how sometimes even rust bucket cars have their uses. What you're about to see is a lesson in being patient and recycling. I'm pretty sure the correct beige interior for the Knight Rider Trans AM would have cost me thousands. But I got hold of a Trans AM that wasn't much use to anyone, and that car had the right interior I needed for just a few £100s. So my lovely lady brought a 1982 Pontiac Trans AM back in 2016 for an amazing £1,500. It had a big General Motors 5.7 litre V8 that made a wonderful rumbling noise. And as you can see here, after a failed attempt at a donut, I actually got it right, and that massive motor provided the opportunity for some big fun in the car, which was definitely cool from any angle. But more than making just a great rumbling noise, as you can see, even in the rain, the bodywork was in fantastic shape. I had no idea to upgrade this Trans Am to make it a Night Industries 2000, or KITT as it's known, replica from the David Hasselhoff TV show Knight Rider. That meant changing the wheels and the interior.
Cheers guys! Isn't that cool? That's made my day.
There are lots of General Lee replicas all over the world, but I hadn't seen many kits out there. So I kept an eye out for all the usual classic car websites and put my feelers out with car people who had contacts. Then I crossed my fingers. As luck would have it, I got a message from a friend on Facebook who told me about a car that was on eBay. There was another Knight Rider replica in the UK for sale. I popped over to Guildford to check it out, and I bought the car there and then. At this time, it was almost my son Chase's birthday. I asked him what he wanted for his special day, and as a big fan of the show, Chase asked me to get the Knight Rider car ready so he could take a ride. I've been meaning to get this job done for some time, but I knew it wasn't going to be easy to get completed ahead of his birthday, as it was a couple of days away. So I asked for help from an old friend who can fix just about anything. So what I've done is I've pulled in my mate Mike from from Talk American, and he's going to help me get all the gubbins out of this Knight Rider.
That's me.
And swap it to the old Knight Rider and vice versa, so I'm left with something to sell at the end, because it's all good and fun ripping this to pieces and putting it all in that one, but then we're left with a proper junker, aren't we?
We'll have a nice junker.
We'll have a nice junker.
Be a nice junker. Nice junker for the folks out there.
That's it, a nice minger for the folks out there and a nice minter for the folks in here. Donuts, I reckon.
Yeah, big donuts.
Big donuts, like jam donuts.
Smoking donuts.
Smoking donuts. Let's make it happen. Come on. We know you saw this earlier, but Mike asked for some smoking donuts. So it's entirely justified, as I'm sure you'll agree. So all you viewers at home may look at this car and think junk. right? Because basically you're looking around and the roof's hanging down, there's mold growing in it. But this is the creme de la creme for the Night Rider guys.
Cream.
It's the cream.
Cream.
It's the cream on top,
Cream
right?
of the crop.
And you know, the most important bits here are the silly things like the cream interior, the PMD seats. I mean, these are like £2,000
Period
a
colour.
set. Period colour, period seat. And it's all these little bits that cost the money. The hubcaps I just found in the boot, they're £1,000 for a set of hubcaps. It's ridiculous, and I found them in the boot. I've got a spare dash, I've got a luggage compartment cover, I've got the glasses for the roof, I've got the bag to put them in as well. I mean, it's just all these little bits. You start, you know, trundling the old US eBay, and it'll cost you £5-6 grand before you've even put them in your car.
Get anywhere, yeah.
But you know, this is the
Perfect donor.
Hell yeah.
These episodes are brought to you by the amazing guys at Avalon Kings. I was fortunate enough to meet Dave from Avalon Kings a few years ago when I was filming with another legend, Ed Bolian from VINwiki.
My son's model kit car shows you what we were trying to achieve. But unfortunately, despite now having the correct plastic hubcaps, they wouldn't fit the wheels I had on the vehicle at this time. But we ploughed on regardless, and we started on the Junker kit, attacking the wonderful beige interior. I hold a qualification in auto electrics, so I was keen to check out the amazing Night Rider dashboard and make sure it was working. Fucking cool, isn't it? Woo! And then
I am the voice of Night Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference, a KITT if you prefer. Don't touch turbo boost. Something tells me you shouldn't touch turbo boost. Michael, help me! Michael, help me!
yeah, all these have got to be
They've all fallen
glued
out,
in,
yeah.
so that's fine. We can get a glue gun and deal with
This
that.
they all light up.
Then there should be something that turns the scanner on, but I don't know where that button is.
Not that one, is it?
No, it's over here. So this is the proximity bit that you can go forward and backwards as fast as you want.
Oh, I see. So
And there are the lights there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to actually turn that on.
push button on there.
There's a thing in here. Woo! This is free. They don't even charge for this thing. That might be in the way. What about this? Lights. Dimmer. Woo! Right. They're the wipers. Right.
Sam, do you know what you're doing?
No, we don't have any idea, do we, Mike?
No,
what we're
not
doing?
a clue, but we can find it.
Oh, let's see what CD's in the stereo, should we? Wouldn't it be awesome if there was like something movie related in this?
Hillbilly music.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, got to be hillbilly music.
Track 1. Hillbilly, you reckon hillbilly music?
Yeah, I reckon hillbilly.
Oh, even better! What's next? Again! Woo! Third.
Computer's a serious tool, Michael. What is it, Michael?
This is cool, isn't it? It's like the funky version.
Oh, Born Slippy.
That's not where the burping. That's a strange CD, isn't it? Strange as it was, we continued on our mission, leaving the grey interior on the mint Trans Am well alone, just for the moment. As usual, we didn't know exactly what we were doing, but if you never have a go, you'll never know, right?
No sitting around on this job, mate.
So normally when you're removing a steering wheel on a Night Rider car or a Generation 3 Firebird like this, they're an absolute nightmare. So I'm looking in here trying to work out how the hell I'm going to remove this steering wheel. But the lovely man whoever built this, I mean, hats off to the chap because he left the nut free for me. So hopefully with a little bit of a twiddle and a little bit of a wiggle, Hopefully with a twiddle and a wiggle and a twiddle and a wiggle.
And a
Ta-da! It's off! So,
That's the wrong theme tune,
well,
Sam.
I'm over it because where we're coming from, we don't need a theme tune.
Yeah, but that's the wrong one.
Okay, fair enough.
Diddle-a-diddle-a-diddle.
We were clearly making progress, but a key point of concern was the LED lights at the front of the hood, the so-called all-seeing eye or scanner, the part that moved with Night Industry 2000's voice. Bonjour, je m'appelle Sam, j'habite à Hot Tub Garage. And, no, moving on swiftly. So basically what I have here is the Knight Rider scanner, and Mike has lovingly removed it with precision and excellence and care. And basically there's a lot of wires here, and they are all in sequence. So each bulb goes to each wire, and through theory with the computer system that we have, it regulates the halogen illumination system. What we
let
got,
that working, shouldn't we? And then it would have worked.
that'd have been even better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right? And then, bear with me, we're going to cut to this scene. So there we are, Mike. So basically, if I power it up at the moment, it goes like that. Like we've got a problem, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What, maybe earth it? Yeah, that's what you said earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's go for
Let's
it.
try and earth the body.
Why is it not making a noise then?
Because I'm making the noise. That's how it works. You don't honestly think that, honestly, Knight Rider's car speaks. There's a man in the boot that goes
Yeah, that's KITT.
in every episode, right?
Yeah.
And he's knee in the trunk. Maybe his name was... Oh,
That was
Kit.
his name.
Kit's in the trunk. That's what it's about, right? That's cool, isn't it?
So after a lot more activity like getting the door cards out and just about anything else that wasn't welded on, we had a pile of beige coloured bits, which was testament to our hard work.
So you can see what's left over. It does look like one hell of a mess. Half of the day done, half the job done. And now this is the hard bit. It's very easy ripping something apart, but not so easy putting it back together. Now we've got to put all this pretty stuff in the black one and make the black one pretty.
Let's go.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Because we now knew how everything in the third generation Trans Am interior fit together, it was slightly easier getting the grey interior out.
Woo!
That doesn't mean we didn't struggle a lot. And while Mike worked on extracting the grey seats and everything else, I devoted my attention to taking out the dashboard and then sorting out how the KITT dash would function in its new home.
Okay, so basically this dashboard is a big puzzle without a diagram on how we're doing it. So basically we are putting everything back together the way we think is best. It may not be the right way, and I'm pretty sure there's so many people out there that are going to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. But do you know what? I'm having a go. Using a hot glue gun to hold all my pieces in place. Don't show this in Chip Foose's overhauling, do they? A man stood there for 16 minutes waiting for glue to dry. It's just a matter of putting it all back together and trying to work out what people have tried to do in the past. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Very fortunate to have this stuff. I mean, this is thousands and thousands of pounds worth of equipment. And yeah, we're gonna have a play, see what we can do.
So having this amazing dashboard had saved me thousands of pounds, but it wasn't entirely complete.
So basically the two small screens that are missing, they're a very expensive part, and I'm going to have to order them from Canada. And for now I'm going to have to put something in there just to sort of hide the fact that they're missing, otherwise my kids are going to go, woo, what's in there?
Luckily I had an old plastic box just near to where I was sitting. Because it was black, I thought we might be able to get away with cutting it up and gluing it inside the dash so it would look like the powered down TV monitors. By the time I asked Mike for his help to get the Night Industries dashboard in, he'd already got the beige back seats into the car. Mike had definitely had his Weetabix, but unfortunately the fancy dash just wouldn't fit. Checking the junker, we saw the entire lip underneath the dash pad had been removed. That meant we had to do the same.
time for some surgery. And guys, definitely don't try this at home unless you're a trained professional. And also definitely don't do what Mike did and try and hold down the section of the dashboard lip while I cut it off. Almost resulting in Mike losing a finger.
Now that was almost a... Yeah.
Did you get that on film?
I got it. Mike, that is not how to do health and safety. With
That's
that.
not how we do it. Oh no, it's so scary.
With the protruding dash lip cut away from the dash, it now fitted well. But would it fire up? That was the next question.
Right, if all goes to plan, I should take this wire on here and it should work. Ah! How cool is that, Mike?
Yeah, baby.
You likey?
Likey.
Likey, looky.
Next on the to-do list was fitting the scanner and getting the swish noise working. Time for some precision engineering from yours truly.
Don't tap it, whack it!
If in that, give it a clap, they say.
If it don't fit, give it a hit. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good. So we should have a swishy light. No way. Does a whirly noise. Ready?
And that was basically it. We put the grey interior in the donor/junker Trans AM as best we could. We didn't tie everything up as tight as we could because we thought that whoever would buy this project would probably strip it back down. There was lots of small jobs that needed doing, but essentially we were rolling down the hill at this point, ready to test a few key things on the vehicle.
Okay, so we've got basically everything in place. Got our dash pads in, we've got our roof pad in, we've got our T-roof pad in, and basically we now need to see if turning the ignition on will illuminate any of this dash panel. So here we go. Only goes and works, Mike.
It don't, does it?
Oh, baby, look at that, eh? Look at these lights. Ready, Mike? Ready?
Oh yeah.
That's so cool, isn't it, eh?
It is awesome.
Now check the front scanner. Let's see if that works. Ready? You ready for me, Mikey?
Ready? Oh, something happening. They're all lit. Yeah, she's going.
All we need now,
Yeah.
the right wheels, a good clean, get some of this pigeon poo off. That's about it, isn't it?
Just a hairband piece, man.
Mate, if only I could sort my hair out, it'd be alright, right?
Here we go.
It's like magic.
And
Right.
there we go.
Let's go for a burn. Come on,
Let's
Mike.
go, man.
Jump in.
Yes, we know the wig setup was a little cheesy, but who cares? It was end of a long day. I was just so thankful that I got the Facebook message about this junker. In good time I'd sort out the wheels, but for the moment it was time to enjoy our revitalised Night Industries 2000 and give it a test drive Sam Hard style.
For the man that does not exist. I think that's quite a successful test drive.
Don't act like you're not impressed. Hey, everybody, get over here and see how cool my car is.
Did you notice the wig just disappeared? Magic Mike had been fantastic. I couldn't have done this without him, and he made my son's birthday really special.
Night Rider!
Look at beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
So before I go, I want to flag up another aspect of car trading. Basically, I've been in this business for 20 years and I'm going to share a little bit of that experience with you. Guys, these old 1980s cars have some pretty old technology. Guys, make sure everything works. Check that fuel gauge. That will cost you a lot of money if that doesn't work. These gauges are one big piece. They're not small clusters like the 60s and the 70s cars. They're a full instrument panel. They can be very, very expensive. Check those windows, check the central lock-in, check little bits of electrical stuff that will cost you money in the future.
Obviously, we're on YouTube, releasing a new episode every Wednesday, but follow what we're releasing and watch everything else we're doing on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even TikTok.
Guys, it's time for Make a Break to take a break. See you next time.